Don't make excuses. Don't say tomorrow or the next day. Don't give us any of that BS.
Hey, what's up guys? Brian here, Brian's Law Maintenance. Hey, give me about 30 seconds. I want to give this video some context and we're going to get into it with Stanley and Dirt Monkey. So I was at GIE 2017, got to shake hands with Stanley Dirt Monkey. Guy is awesome, man. First off, wanted to say a big thank you to Stanley for even taking the time out to shoot this video with me. I actually bumped into him about 3 or 4 different times at the GIE. He was thankful enough to like remember that I wanted to shoot a video a few times. Actually ended up chasing me down at the GIE rally after party because he was such a giver, such a guy that wanted to help out, and he knew I wanted to shoot this video and this content and this idea, and he said that was a great idea, just catch up with me. He was busy the first time I caught up with him, but dude, even at the after party rally down in GIE at the Louisville, Kentucky Mega Caverns, he caught up with me, said, hey, let's shoot that video, I got some ideas, and we rolled with it. So the preface of this video, the question I asked him, which was kind of jumbled at the beginning, the audio was kind of rough, but here was the question. Hey, what is somebody who is looking to transition from going full-time at a job to full-time into their own business? What's the best piece of advice you could give those folks? I know that's a broad brush kind of a question. There's a lot of little answers for sure, but I asked him, what's some of the main things? What's the one thing that you would credit going from working as an employee to going full-time? And the reason I asked this question was, one of my guys that works for me, he has a 9-to-5, he does concrete, makes like 26 bucks an hour, plus overtime, you know, he does pretty good. He's 25 years old, but he's realizing that he wants to make that transition. He wants to start his own business. He's seen me do it. We grew up literally next door neighbors to each other, and I'm not going to give his name out and embarrass him or anything like that. I'm really proud of him he's already educating himself. He spent the last 1.5 years trying to start his own business and get things ready to go so he can go full time. So my goal was to ask Stanley Dirt Monkey this question on behalf of my friend so I can bring this video back to my friend and he can watch this guy's answer because he watches Stanley Dirt Monkey, Keith Kalfas, and all these big guys, man. And for any of you guys out there, that same thing, you have a good 9-to-5, but you want to start controlling your own shots. You want to have your own business. It's crazy, it's tough, the whole deal, right? I get it too. This was the question that I had asked Stanley. What's the number one thing or piece of advice you could go back on and teach yourself when you were 20 years old? What would be like the next step, or what's something that you could do to teach yourself how to run your own businesses, how to go full time? Of course, this video, it's not going to be all inclusive. This was just one point that Stanley made, but I really appreciate him taking 10-15 minutes out of his schedule at the GIE. This guy was a rock star. You guys got to understand, everything he touches, it's turning to gold. Everybody's looking for his time to review products and get flown everywhere for teaching and training. This guy's got it going on. So if you guys like this one, shoot it a big thumbs up. I'll send a screenshot to Stanley, let him know how many people really appreciate the video and his time. Just little cliff notes, little trigger warning, I don't know what you guys want to call it. There's a little bit of rough language in there, nothing crazy, but if you got any little kiddos or anything like that, you may want to just say, hey, not the video for you guys. Stanley's real talk, man. He's a man's man. I love the guy. Getting around him, you just feel like you just could just make an extra $100 grand a year because the guy just thinks on a whole different level. I love hanging around with guys like him, some of the superstars at the GIE. These guys know what they're doing, man, and it's awesome associating with him. So anyway, let's roll the clip. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys are new to my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy this video. I'll definitely leave Stanley's channel and link in the description, so if you guys want to check out more of him, absolutely check it out. Last little thing I'll tell you guys is that I'm not affiliated with Dirt Monkey University or anything like that. I know he plugs that a few times. It's a great resource from what I understand. I'll probably be evaluating that here over winter so I can take my game to the next level, but just FYI, not affiliated with Dirt Monkey University or anything like that. All right guys, that's it from me. Let's check out Stanley and Dirt Monkey.
There's one thing that I can absolutely tell you, that if I could go back in time right now and know everything that I know and teach myself 20 years ago what I know right now, I would be so much further ahead, it would absolutely blow my own mind. Okay. Hands down.
What's that?
Because hindsight is 20/20.
Okay.
So 20 years from now, you will be able, if you could go back right now and teach yourself everything, where you would be in the future would be so much further ahead. So what you guys need to do is invest in yourself. Don't make excuses. Don't say tomorrow or the next day. Don't give us any of that BS, because that's all it is. You're only making excuses to yourself, and when you start whining and bitching and crying because you're not getting the life you want, because you don't have the money to pay your bills, you have yourself to blame.
Amen.
Now here's the exact truth that you guys need to do. Invest in yourself. I get flown all over the world. I get flown all over to speak at academies and do training, and I get the insight. I get to actually go behind the scenes and go to these different schools and go, what are you giving you guys and what are you doing?
Sure.
And I was at one of these meetings and I said, tell me about your program. Well, they charge $500 a month.
Sure.
And $1,500 just to apply.
Okay.
And I said, what do you give the people that are paying this much money?
Sure.
Like, well, we give them this, we give them that. And I said, okay, they can't afford it.
Right.
These guys, $500 a month is a mortgage payment, is a truck payment. You're literally taking food off their table.
Making the investment. Yeah.
And the guy looked at me and he said to my face, screw that.
Right.
Screw them. If they can't afford $500 a month, they're not worth it.
That's serious.
And I said, in my mind, I was too polite because they were paying all my airfare.
Yeah.
In my mind, I said, screw you. Because every single person deserves an equal chance to have anything that they want in this world. So what I'm looking for is guys that are willing to invest in themselves.
Okay.
And what I want you guys to do is to look for your education and your training, because your decisions are going to ultimately impact. It's your decisions on, I'm going to spend Friday night partying and drinking with my buddies, or I'm going to spend Friday night going to Dirt Monkey University and listening to a damn webinar by Phil Saros and Stan Genadek on preseason tax planning. And what happens is when you invest in yourself, Steve, when you invest in yourself, you all of a sudden get dividends.
Absolutely.
It's weird.
So help me out with all my guys. Let's say they're 18 to 25 years old. In your experience, you got a huge background in knowledge with business and life. What's the number one thing? There's many things, we all know that. But if there's one thing that somebody's 18 to 25 and they're working concrete, they're working their guts out, right?
Yep.
They're making $24 an hour, and that's great money for their age group. But they want to start their own business, so sick and tired of not keeping the profit. Where do they start? If they want to invest in themselves, do they need to read a bunch of books forever and get all educated? Just go out and fail and do it? What would you tell them to start?
Read a book, and it's like this. Your learning curve is here, and then it goes back down, right? Because you're motivated. All of this knowledge. I just read this book for 6 hours. I know all this shit, and then in 3 weeks you forget 90% of it. You have to continue. You can never stop that cycle. You have to keep educating yourself. That's why we created the mastermind group, because it's every week we give you absolute fresh content, and we have over 250 contractors right now working together. So when you guys have a question, bidding, estimating, what kind of equipment do I buy, where do I turn, what do I do?
Absolutely.
You go into a group of people that are now trained. We have trained them. They've gone through all of the courses.
Okay.
And they're cooperating.
Sure.
We're not competition. They're selected.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
And you guys.
It's a community.
It's a community that is working together.
That's awesome.
That is going to take you further than any book, anything else you can do on your own, anywhere.
Okay.
Hands down. I own Dirt Monkey University, but that's not how I make my living. I make my living because I have a construction company, I have a landscaping and a hardscaping company, and I have a lawn care company. That's what pays my bills.
Absolutely.
I do Dirt Monkey University because there's hundreds of emails that I get from guys that barely have enough money, they don't know what they're going to do, and they don't know where to turn.
Okay.
Now they do.
Yep.
Now they do. And if they don't join, it's their own excuse.
Amen.
They only have their own self to blame. Hands down.
I'm telling you like a friend, all the snow videos you did, I think they're just the regular videos on your channel have helped me tremendously with snow and trucks and what trucks to buy, all your snow stuff last year. That's all I was watching. I'm learning every day. So I know if I'm still learning, the newest guy is going to be blown away.
So when you are learning off my YouTube channel, you are literally getting 99% entertainment.
Sure.
And 1% education. And if that blew you away,
imagine what's inside.
Imagine what's going to happen when I don't try to entertain you at all. If you accidentally giggle while I'm talking, I don't care.
Right.
What I'm trying to do is put pure 100% raw education, information, knowledge into yourself.
No fluff.
Nothing.
No entertainment, no fluff.
And this is the same stuff that I want to pass on to my kids.
Amen. That's awesome.
Nothing else. And I want every single man and woman and child to have an opportunity that anybody else had.
That's awesome.
I had a dad that took me under his wing, He built me, he created me, and I'll tell you straight up, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And a lot of these guys watching don't have a dad that can do that. They don't have a mom that can do that, but they do have me.
Absolutely.
They have me, they have this, and I'm going to give them everything that they need to get as far as I got. I can't take them further than I got, but if I can take them to where I got, then they can figure it out the rest of the way. That's all I can do.
That's awesome, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the time. Stanley Dirt Monkey, everybody. You guys got to check him out. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate the time, brother.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.